Hi, this is Niki Waters, and I'm so grateful to be a part of the Kapwa show. I created Merienda Hours specifically for this show. It was inspired by a combination of the desire to recreate my memories of walking through the Palenque in Fort Bonifacio as a child, and my itching desire to mimic a Where's Waldo image. Creating this piece was a labor of love. The task at hand felt daunting until it was complete, but at the same time, extremely fun to pour through my memory banks to recall all the different types of people I'd see while I was strolling through the market.
The piece and its meaning to me, specifically the piece that is of me and my partner. I think this has been a long time coming for me personally to be able to express my queerness in this way and in like an art space in general. And so I'm really grateful for what the Kapwa show offers in terms of like expanding who our Kapwa is. And also highlighting many different voices within the community. So for me, it was really important that I highlight my queer family, my trans family, my non-binary family, my gender fluid family, to also share this really beautiful sacred space of healing with them and with all of our queer Filipinx ancestors before us who paved the way for us as well. This piece is an offering and an altar to those ancestors and also to future generations as like this is us and we are here and we can't wait to see how you will be expanding on what identity means to you, and hope that you are given the room that you deserve to grow into whatever you want to be. And that's what Kapwa is to me. And so thank you for letting me share my love in this way. I feel really grateful to be able to also share this beautiful love that means so much to me and is my Kapwa. Thank you.
My name is Mariel Paat. I'm a painter originally from Visalia, California, currently living in San Francisco. In my work, I paint women in my life to explore themes of our Filipina identities through my perspective as a Filipino American. The theme Kapwa made me reflect on the meaning of community, what that looks like, and how they're formed. The two portraits are the beginning of a series that I plan to continue. The series begins with a portrait of my mom, who has the bamboo shoots behind her, and her close friend, who we call Auntie Tina, who has the rose behind her. Both my mom and aunt emigrated from the Philippines and had to create their own community and build relationships in this new small city. The plants behind them are meant to represent memories of home and how this idea of home can hit differently for immigrants and children of immigrants.
My name is Killjoy, and I am so honored to be showing alongside incredible Pinay artists. For Kapwa, I chose to include pieces with themes centered around fire. For me, fire represents the divine feminine. Fire consumes, it burns through, it destroys, and in its wake, the ashes that are left provide nourishment for something new. To me, this is always what the feminine is about. It's about creation.
Hala's daughter and the three sisters came about because of this research project I was doing about the World's Fair that happened in St. Louis, specifically in the Philippines exhibition, and that was back in 1904. I was able to get access to archival photos pre and post the World Fair at the San Francisco Public Library and ran across some images of this individual teens from the Cordillera. Cordillera is the northern region in the Philippines where the Igorot is a collective name for the tribal indigenous folks that lives in that region. There was a good amount of archival photo collections that they had, but these images of this preteens, teenager standing in fierceness in this pose, some of them with the arm crossed and some of them just looking straight at the camera because it's a fairly new gadget that they've witnessed. Many of them probably have not seen before. I've never had their photos taken. It just really struck me and wanting to know more. So I attempted to research more about this figures and these photos, and there was barely, if not no information at all provided. So I wanted to kind of reclaim their stories and give them names, and renamed them after the three deities of Hala's daughters, which is Hanan, is the oldest daughter. Her two other sisters is Mayari, which is the deity of the moon, and then followed by Tala, who is the youngest, who is the daughter or the deity of the evening star. This is kind of a reclamation of this nameless young woman whose photos were taken back in the early 19th century and bringing them back to life and renaming them as deities and renaming them as this kind of supernatural beings in terms of how their image have stand through time and their expressions and their postures and who they are and who we are shouldn't ever remain nameless.
My name is Franceska Gamez, and this piece is titled Ikaw, Malakas at Maganda. With this sculpture, I borrow imagery from the Santo Niño, which translates to the Holy Child. Being raised in a Catholic household, this was an image that I was ingrained with. In our home, we always had an altar with photographs of loved ones and candles, images of saints and figurines of the Holy Family. The Santo Niño is a wooden sculpture of Jesus in his youth. Hand-painted and doll-like, he was adorned head to toe with gold and embroidered velvet. I wanted to take this image that I grew up with and redefine what it means for me. Ikaw in Tagalog means you, Malakas means strong, and Maganda means beautiful. They were also the names of the first man and woman on Earth in our pre-colonial story of creation. I've taken the image of the Santo Niño and replaced it with a brown woman, complete in her being, both strong and beautiful. This piece is also my personal commentary on idolatry. I think about the figures we've been given to worship and ingrained in our culture, and how those images influence how we see ourselves. I want people to see a reflection of themselves in this artwork and recognize their own strength and beauty.